1984 NBA All-Star Game is sponsored by Light Beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Ford and your Ford dealer. Have you driven a Ford lately? And by Speed Stick Deodorant. The wide stick gives you the edge. Speed Stick Deodorant by Menon.
For the tip-off, Tommy, how do you look? What's the All-Star Game mean to you?
This is a player's game. It's like a jazz group being let loose from Lawrence Welk's orchestra, to tell you the truth. They're out here to jam today and play their own kind of music.
And that's what both coaches want to do. Frank Layden says we want to run the floor, dunk the ball, do exciting things. And Casey Jones says, I want a street game. That's what he wants. So, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the West in the white shirts, number 33, jumps against Robert Parrish, controlled by the West. And a turnover off the top. Isaiah Thomas will be handling the ball when he's in there. It is still going to be East ball. Keep in mind, the East has won 4 consecutive games, and they can win an unprecedented 5th straight All-Star game today. Thomas feeding inside. Loose ball and a foul.
They want to run. There's no question. Both ball clubs will push it at each other, and they've got the best possible players in the NBA to do that. Isaiah Thomas and Magic Johnson, the middlemen, par supreme on the fast break.
George Gervin committed the foul, and one of the outstanding players at both ends of the court, Sidney Moncrief, who leads the Milwaukee Bucks in just about every category, including scoring over 22 a game, including a rebounds at 6'4" guard. He was the Defensive Player of the Year last year, and Sidney Moncrief is the heart and soul of that Milwaukee team.
Sure is, and he adds so much by way of being a competitor. He does it all for the Bucks.
All right, Magic Johnson. He was out for 13 games with a broken finger. Lakers are glad to have him back, and we're glad to have him in the All-Star game. Kareem is outside now, working against the Doc, who's looking for a steal, but he got caught for a foul instead.
What makes this game so great, Dick, is the fact that when they come in here, there's not too many systems. They are left to their own individual inventions, and they love to play in this game, and you'll see some great matchups.
And we're going to talk about the individual players. No basket. The ball was interfered with on top of the cylinder, so there'll be no basket, and so Isaiah Thomas pushes it up for the East All-Star.
And does he push it up, Dick?
Moncrief loses it out of bounds. Isaiah Thomas was the youngest player ever to play in an All-Star game at age 23 years ago. This is his first start, and he's looked good in the first 2 appearances. Kareem. Parrish clears. Here's Isaiah. And he turned it over, but he made a pretty good behind-the-back move before he did.
Well, I'll tell you, they're a little anxious right now. They all want to get together and to try to find the proper balance of music. They're going at each other pretty heavy right now. The tempo very, very quick.
Adrian Taylor, or Alex English, that is, with a reverse layoff. So Denver Nugget scores the first basket for the West All-Star. Julius Erving. And now here comes the Iceman. English, one of the prolific scorers in the NBA. And Magic Johnson. Danley loses the ball. Moncrief, it's going to be an East basket. Shades of the Slam Dunk Championship against today.
He made a house call.
Dr. J was the defending champion, and he went right down to the wire with Larry Nance of the Phoenix Suns. We are going to have highlights of the Slam Dunk Championship coming up at halftime. Pat O'Brien, by the way, is the 3rd member of our team, and he is here at McNichols Arena, and we'll be hearing from him throughout the afternoon. In the meantime, we have a personal foul on Sidney Moncrief. Let's tell you who our officials are. Earl Strom and John Vanek are working the game, and Lee Jones is the alternate.
Great matchup what for this afternoon is Magic Johnson and Isaiah Thomas, man for man, pushing at each other as only they can.
Kareem missed the second shot after George Gervin missed outside. Here's Isaiah Thomas. Kareem, the rebound. Loses the ball. Sidney Moncrief.
As that other off guard doing his thing, picking up the offensive rebound.
Adrian Danley coming right back. Shooting is off in the early going. Here's Magic. Loose ball. It is 6-2. The East leading with 9:38 to go in the first period. Robert Parrish against Kareem. And we all have a foul.
What they love to do in these games is get off and running quick. It takes them a little while to adjust to the tempo. A lot of them really haven't played fast basketball, some of these players. the coaches have slowed down systems, so they're all trying to get into the rhythm of the game.
Kareem commits the foul. Larry Bird missed, and Thomas fighting inside. You'll notice Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is not wearing his goggles. Well, for the second time in 3 years, he has forgotten his goggles from the hotel room. So Kareem is just going to have to go without him, or maybe someone will get him for him. Right now, he's playing without him.
Send for a cab.
4-point lead.
When they don't have the break, they're going to try and go inside.
Feed from Magic Johnson.
Well, they were so intent on trying to deny the ball to Jabbar and let Danley sneak right in there.
Bird is guarded by Alex English. Parrish, he has got a good outside shot.
What's it now?
Here is the rebound. Watch the ball. The West didn't know the ball was on the outlet. Here's the outlet to Julius Erving.
That's why they love to play together in the All-Star game, to make things like that happen.
How tough is it, after just one practice session, to really tune in together like that?
Oh, it's very difficult. You really just have in your mind the way these guys play. You got to go out there and execute it on the floor. It takes a little while to get into it.
Parrish the rebound. The shooting has been less than satisfactory, but not for Julius Erving, who has his third basket of the ball game, and he is putting on an open court show. Steal by the Doctor, and another basket.
But the tempo of this thing is just so
English, and a foul at the other end.
Oh. It is up and down and up and down. And let's watch Julius's steal right here. And up it comes. And beautiful reverse layup. But they are heads up to play aggressive offense and aggressive defense. The reason that they love the fast break is because there's so much more creativity involved in a fast break than the slow down systems of